Hello and welcome to the Stress Mastery Podcast. I am your host, Peggy Romero. Thank you so much for listening today. This week on the podcast, we've been talking about adversity and it's been a great week. So if you've missed any of the episodes, do yourself a favor, go back and check them out. I know that you wouldn't think that adversity is good, but it actually can be. Actually, it can be great. It's a wonderful learning tool. So it's great if you want to learn, great if you want to grow, great if you want to learn new insight and have a new perspective. I know, it sounds awful, and the definition sounds just terrible too. Difficulties and misfortune. Yuck, who wants that, right? But hold on while I tell you guys the bright side, because there is a bright side. There's always a pendulum swing. We can and we must use these situations to our advantage. We can learn from every single one of them. So when a situation arises, we can react in fear, which is always going to keep us stuck, paralyzed in fear, or you can rise up to courage, and then you can grow through it. Naturally, this will expand our comfort zone and raise our energy level, and it will heighten your climb on the mountain, getting you up higher in personal development, learning, growing, being. So I know I've used adversity to repel me lots of times, and I bet you have too. I just don't know if you've thought about it, but hopefully this will be some thought-provoking conversation so that you guys will think about what you've done and be able to look back and see all you've learned, gain confidence from it. So there's 6 different types of adversity that I found. There might be more, but physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, and financial. So financial adversity, of course, we all experience that all the time. Maybe you lost your job, prices went up, the bottom fell out of something. We all know how to take care of financial adversity if we choose to, by budgeting, sticking to our plans, not buying things that we can't afford, not falling into trying to keep up with the Joneses. If you need help with it, budgeting or anything, you can certainly reach out to us. Physical adversity. Let's just say you got a crappy health report, or make it even simpler that we all deal with. You've gained weight over the years. Or maybe you're just starting to feel kind of slow and run down and you're not ready for that yet. Take advantage of the feeling. You're armed with information, and this can lead you to make a decision to turn your life around and start feeling better. Choose to live disease-free. Eat the proper diet. Go for a walk. Get some exercise. Decide and make a plan not to carry the extra weight with you any longer. This will change your life for the better. That's great, right? If you need help with that, steps 1 and 2 of the 7 steps of stress mastery, or diet and exercise, you can go to the community and find information on that. So mental adversity, something like depression or anxiety. I'm not talking about, anything deeper than that. Obviously, we're not doctors here. We're just care about your stress level. So I have so many people in my life that suffer with this, and I really wish that I knew how to help. I don't understand it because I haven't experienced it. I do understand it's real, but I don't know how to help them get out of it. So generally I'm a problem solver, so I really wish I did. I wish I had the magic ticket. I'm really fortunate and I'm so blessed, and I found a way to get myself out of the funk before I've ever got too deep into it, so I've never experienced it. So I see and admit my problems. I contemplate the possible solutions, and then I act on them and work out the resolution to the conflict. I try not to bury my head in the sand, and I definitely try not to bury my problems anymore, because they fester and they grow and they just become stronger and stronger. You have to get them out. These conflicts are programs, and they're never going to go away on their own. It's our responsibility to let them go. Once again, let go technique. So once you're aware of what's happening, then you have hope. So you can take advantage of it, because now this is an opportunity. And I know that it isn't easy, and I know that it's really serious, but here's the good news. There are experts in this field, so reach out to them. Doctors, therapists, counselors. You can get help. Thank heavens. Emotional adversity. Emotional maturity will always help with this, because emotional maturity allows us to have a productive state of mind and face the difficulties that we encounter in life. Self-worth is going to be vital to this kind of adversity, because we need it for the development of maturity in our life, and we have to have confidence in ourselves. We're stronger than we think. We've gone through so much more stuff than we actually are aware of. Programs like anger and rage and sadness can lead to problems in dealing with your everyday life. So again, we have to learn to let them go. We have to slow down and become aware so that we can learn to control our emotions. Because you know what? If you don't control your emotions are going to control you. They're going to go spin crazy. You let the ego take over. So what's great here is that we have the answer to this. The let go technique that we teach in Stress Mastery, oh my gosh, it is so powerful and it's perfect for this. And again, you can start working on it today. Your choice. Social adversity. I looked this one up so I could get a little more insight. I figure out social adversity is basically an umbrella term that refers to issues such as violent crime, segregation, exposure to delinquent peers, poverty, poor parenting. So it's kind of a blanket of all the stuff that we deal with in our culture. So this is one of the strongest risk factors for developing antisocial behavior. Like we'd just rather be alone than deal with the stuff. It feels too scary out there. But none of us wants to be antisocial because we're never meant to live alone. We were meant to be in tribes. So we need people. We need our group. If you don't have a group of friends and family that support you, then you must find the courage and strength to go out and find them. I know a lot more people, including myself, spend so much time alone post-COVID. Our lives have completely changed. So how about finding a new group at church, at the gym, or take a class? I mean, if you just pick a class that you want to take, the other people in there want to take that class too. So bingo, you've already got like-minded people. And who knows, maybe you'll meet the best friend you ever had there. I think that's kind of a cool idea. So spiritual adversity. You guys, having faith in a higher power is essential. For me, it's God, numero uno. There's nothing else for me. He'll always be my height, my awareness, my all. But you don't have to agree with me. Just because he's everything to me, it's okay. Faith in a higher power doesn't have to be God, but you need to have faith in something higher than yourself. Faith is always an advantage in life. It helps you. It gives you hope, compassion, and love for ourselves and for others. This allows you to cope with daily life, knowing that you're not here on your own. It would be too scary just to feel like you were a little soul being here. So why not spend some time soul searching? Who are you at your core? Like deep inside, who are you really? What's your purpose? Why in the world are you here? Because the answer is there. It's right inside your heart. It's a part of you. It's there for sure. Your soul, your heart. Connect to it. Use this as your vehicle to change, and you'll end up becoming a better version of yourself. That's the bright side. So see, for all of us, there is hope. And we can overcome adversity and use these things to empower ourselves. The choice is always yours. Once again, the choice is always ours. Life's too short, so make your choices wisely. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited because next week we're talking about the why. I'm doing interviews with a different person each day. These are bold and dynamic people who have learned to overcome adversity. They take the boulders in their paths and learn from them. Actually, let me correct that. It's not next week, it's the week after. I'd say that these people break them down and use them for stepping stones on their own journey. Like, talk about overcoming adversity. All these guys have. I cannot wait to introduce you to them, and I'm so excited to bring their stories to you. So as far as me in adversity, well, I've had my share, believe me. In fact, I've had to deal with so much crap in my life that I wrote a whole book about it. How I've overcome my challenges and faced things that I never wanted to face. I didn't even have room for half of my stuff in the book. Sorry, Jenny, I said crap again. I can't wait for you guys to read my book. It's called Finally, Becoming the Person You Were Always Meant to Be. But you know what? I'm no different than you because I know that you face adversity too. We all do. It's just a part of life. And we don't have to dwell on poor us. We're not a victim. So we need to learn from it. Use all that stuff to our advantage. For every conflict, there's always a solution. Sometimes lots more than one solution. Look back and decide, how did I fix that? Because that's a tool that you can add to your toolbox. Right now, I'm looking at so many things that I've overcome and how many ways I've been able to overcome them. And I have a purpose in my life, and that's to help you. And I think that's why I've had so much stuff happen to me is so that now I know it from experience and now I can share it with you. Because I've known for my entire life that I was made for this very purpose. And the closer I get to my springboard, my launch, the more adversity I'm facing. And I really don't know why. I don't know if you guys remember this game. It's Dr. Mario, my favorite game. It's the only video game I've ever been good at, and it's probably 30 years old. So Dr. Mario stands at the top and he throws these pills down on you. And you have to flip them around like Tetris style and get them all lined up. And if they meet up right, 4 in a row, I think it was, then they fall out and they go away. They disappear. And he keeps throwing them. So this is your adversity. So if you don't get the pills right, lined up, then they fall, then they don't fall, and they clog up the bottle and you die. You lose. Game over. That's how I feel right now. It's like I've given so much working on my stuff and I'm trying to figure everything out and it just all keeps coming at me, but I'm not going to give up. I don't know why this is happening. Maybe it's the devil because he knows I'm doing God's work and he doesn't want me to accomplish it. But I'm here for you. I'm here to lift you up and encourage you and to tell you that yes, you can do it. You absolutely can. You obviously can have the life that you've dreamed of. Anybody can. You just have to work at it. You can achieve the desires of your heart if you care enough to do it. So I'm on a mission. I've set up my life for this very thing, and I will not give up on my heart's desires. I can't. I'm too full of vitality. I don't ever give up. It's just not in me. And I hope you won't either. Guys, please set your mind and keep it set. Believe in yourself. Look behind you just for a moment, like I said. See all the things that you've done and let that give you a little confidence. How did you get past it? Even if you didn't notice it before, notice now. Figure out a strategy and do it again. Don't give up on yourself because you are absolutely amazing. So start with proper goal setting. Don't just make crazy haphazard goals. I want a new car and $1 million. Set real goals. We call it higher goal setting, and all that's in the community too. It's excellent. What do you really want? Write it all out on paper. Everything. Get it all out. And then you go back through it and ask yourself, why do I want it? What's it really going to do for you when you get it? Because you don't want it just because somebody else has it. You don't want it just so you can look back and show somebody else that you can. We call that mimetic desire because you're basing your desire on what somebody else wants, thinking that you're going to have what they have when you achieve it, but you're not. It's not really your heart's desire, and you're probably not connected to your purpose when you're wishing for stuff like that. So now you wash the list and you remove all the stuff that fits that criteria. So your list of goals is going to be much smaller. And it doesn't matter because none of that other stuff was going to serve you anyways. They're just a bunch of distractions trying to get this and that, this and that, this and that, instead of working on what's really important to you. So now you make sure that the list that remains does connect to your purpose because this will serve you. By the way, if you don't know what your true purpose is, we have a simple exercise made just for you. If you're in the community, it's easy to find in there. It's called the purpose exercise. So you can go in there. If you're in the community, you can find it easily or get a hold of me or David and we'll send it to you, hook you up with it. If you're not in there, you can go to PeggyRomero.com. I have a little box that says take assessment. And when you do that, it will come back to me and we will work with you on this because knowing your purpose is like the most important first step to getting to know yourself and to be able to set your goals. It's very important. And of course, this is free because we love you and we are here to help you. So find your purpose, connect your goals to your purpose, and begin to live your life as the person that God created you to be. Live your life on purpose. You'll be a better person for it. You will look and feel amazing as you walk into your true self. Imagine being who you were always meant to be. By the way, I consider myself a bit of an expert in many aspects of this. My number one tip for overcoming adversity, I think, would be believe in yourself. Know that you can do it. You are a freaking masterpiece. So here's some tips that I found for overcoming adversity and living the life you were meant to live. So like I said, my tip, number one, believe in yourself. Number two, be more aware. Because the more you work on yourself, the more the ego works on trying to hold you back. So you always have to be paying attention. Who's got conscious mind control? Who is talking? Who's the voice in your head? Is it you, or you listen to that voice of the ego? Okay, so now these are the ones that I found. Develop a positive mindset. Of course, that's like so important. Use your sense of humor. Expect adversity and prepare for it. This is also part of our higher goal setting, because we all know that we're going to face adversity. And we need to realize that if your goals are worth working on, they're not just going to pop in easy. You have to stay to it. You have to stick to what your plan is. And then you have to be flexible and willing to change. Okay, learn from others who have overcome adversity. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just go look and see. Oh, how does that person do it? How did that person do it? Talk to your friends. Don't be a lone wolf. Don't be too prideful. Ask for help when you need it. Choose supportive and caring friends so that you have someone to talk to about it. Here's a really good one. Jot down your thoughts in a daily journal. In Green Focus Power Hour, we always do a journal, and then we close our day with a journal here at Stress Mastery too. So this stuff is really good. Journal it all out. What did I do? What could I do better? What am I thankful for? Life-changing. And then I dare you to dream big and bold dreams. Think about the struggles that you've been through, but just enough to gain confidence to get through the next struggle. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Learn from them. So back to the awareness, because awareness is always key. I'm not a warrior, but I try to be aware. I decided a long time ago that I don't have to think about whatever pops into my head, and I don't listen to that story of disaster, doom and gloom over and over again. I can't stand it. It's too scary for me. I replace those thoughts with whatever I choose to think. Believe what is not as though it already is. That's what God says to do, and I believe it. What you think you create, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you become, every stinking time. So think about wonderful and amazing things. Why not? I can think about anything I want to think about. And this generally works for me. What I'm going through, I pray that for you it becomes as simple as that. I hope that you all can do that too. And I hope that it helps you find some confidence with overcoming adversity and using it to your advantage. I'm not trying to oversimplify things, but you guys, it's in our head, it's in our heart, it's who we are. Learn from it, move past it. I hope that you can see that adversity can actually be beneficial. It can actually be a great thing. So most of the time there really is a bright side. So again, I want to invite all of you guys to the Rise Up and Shift event. It's September 22nd to 25th. It's at Unity Village in Kansas City. And both the other times that I've mentioned having scholarships, people have reached out to me and I've been able to give them scholarships. So I will tell you again, I have generous donations available to me, so just reach out. Email me, Peggy@livingrightwithbillcourtright.com. I'm in the Stress Mastery community every day. If you guys are in there, you can private message me because other people don't need to know that you're asking me. And it's confidential, of course. Or you can contact me at PeggyRomero.com. Come and share this life-changing workshop with us, guys. You'll meet like-minded people, which will be amazing. Make new friends. Raise up your energy, learn all kinds of our techniques. We're going to go deep into lots of stuff. And I promise you, you will never be the same because you'll be better. Thanks again for joining me today. And that's it for today's show. Our mission here is to create a shift in the planet. And you can join us on this mission by simply like, share, and subscribe. The links are right below the show notes. As always, until next time, stay inspired.